All right, my darling. Well, let's get to it. I'm a little bit tired today, but I'm determined.
How did you sleep, Trinny?
I slept well, but you know when you had a really good sleep, you wake up and you're a bit cotton woolly. I'm a bit cotton woolly.
Yeah. Sometimes you feel a bit groggy. So we'll start off nice and slowly and gently, and then we'll build up the pace.
Right.
Hands under the shoulders, as always, and then bring your left leg out to the side so we combine a bit of stretching and some mobility. Deep breath in as you reach that arm up to the sky, and then exhale, you're going to reach under. Inhale, rotate, big reach, open up the chest, and then exhale, reach right under that arm. Go for another 3. 2. I think we'll do a full body exercise today with some Pilates moves and maybe a little bit of cardio towards the end.
Yeah, great.
And last one on this side. Then place that hand down. You're going to bring that knee in and send the other leg out to the side. Take a deep breath in, reach your left arm up. And then exhale, reach under, rotating as much as you can. Sometimes you get a little bit of clicking or cracking through the back. That's quite a normal thing, especially if you've just woken up or you've been sat at a desk all day. Last 2. And final one on this side. Bring that hand down, bring the knee in, and we're going to go into your cat dog stretch. I need to flex. And then slowly extend, drawing the shoulders down, lifting your head a little bit. And again, you tuck in, raise that back towards the sky, feel the spine flex as much as possible in the space between the shoulder blades spread out. And then you're going to push that chest down, bring those shoulders back. Last time, you're going to inhale, flex. And then exhale, extend the spine. Come back to your neutral spine. And you're going to start off lying down here. So I want you to lie down on your mat. And you're going to place your hands behind your head. But make sure that your elbows are nice and wide. And you're going to bring your legs into a tabletop. Make sure the lower back is down. And you're feeling that your abs are already active when those legs are lifted. So you're tucking the tailbone under and you're pulling the belly button down. You're going to take a deep breath in, lift the chest, and as you come back down, you're going to lower your right foot down, tap the foot on the ground. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, tap the left foot down. Exhale, lift. So you're coming into toe taps. Every time your head goes down onto the mat, you lower one of your feet. And you want to keep the lower back down on the mat so that you're really encouraging those lower abdominals to switch on. Elbows are nice and wide still. And we work with the breath. Good. And you can just make sure that you're not straining your neck. So you're tucking that chin in a little bit and you're really pulling from the abdominals rather than just pulling the neck, pulling the head. You keep those elbows nice and wide. Good. Toes are pointed. Keep it nice and sort of balletic. You're here for 3. Good. 2. And 1 more. You're going to place your right foot on the mat, just your right foot. And I want you to reach up to your left knee, then come back to the center. So your elbows are wide, your left leg is in tabletop, your right foot is down on the ground. You're going to reach up and across just to that left side. Elbows stay wide. So now we begin to work the obliques. Inhale, center, exhale, rotate. We're starting off today, as you can see already, with a really tough abdominal prep section. Good. Elbows stay really wide, and you should start to feel those obliques, the side of the stomach, really switch on, kick into action. Perfect, and you've got 15 seconds, and then there is a little hold coming up. Nice. Going for another 2. Lift and hold your next one, 10 pulses to that knee. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest, place that foot back down. Now you're going to bring the other leg into tabletop, so that right leg comes into tabletop. Left foot stays down on the ground, deep breath in and exhale, lift, rotate towards that right knee. Inhale back to the center and exhale, lift and rotate. And you should be feeling that nice warming sensation in those abdominals and the obliques now. So they're getting fired up, lactic acid is building up, and you're beginning to get results. 15 seconds. Good, lifting nice and high. Belly button drawn down. Perfect. Go for 2 more. Lift and hold your next one. 10 pulses to that knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Next exercise, you're going to work those obliques again, but this time slightly differently. You lift your chest, lift your left leg into tabletop, extend your right leg. You're going to go for little circles on that right side. So you're challenging the stability of your pelvis. That right leg stays nice and low. Pelvic floor engaged, belly button drawn down, elbows wide. Little circles to the right, and then we're going to do little circles to the left. That's it. And now reverse that circle, so that circle goes in the opposite direction. Good. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest for a second. Then we're going to switch to do the same on the other side. So your right leg is in tabletop and your left leg is straight. Lift your chest, hold little circles in one direction with that left leg, keeping the toes pointed and the leg completely straight. Nice deep breaths, another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the circle. Tough one, this one, especially after the other exercises. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. You're going to give those knees a hug, rock from side to side. Release the back for a second. And then you're going to reach your legs long, reach your arms above your head, and have a nice big stretch. So you're lifting that diaphragm and making the most of your lung capacity. Nice deep breath in. Good, and then exhale, you're going to bring those arms down. And then we're going to focus a little more on the lower abdominals. So if you're going to turn over, push yourself up, then you're going to balance on your forearms, set the shoulders back, bring your legs into a tabletop, and you're going to extend your legs up, keep those shoulders back and crisscross one over the other. You're going to lift and lower those legs. Legs are crisscrossing one over the other. And you're on your forearms. Try to keep the chest open and the shoulders back. Laterally rotate at the hips, so your toes are turned out to the sides. Belly button drawn down. And this one you really start to feel the legs working as well. So they're gently working, especially if they're super straight. Take rest if you need. You're here for another 15 seconds in total. Good. Again, keep putting those shoulders back. Going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, Trinny, you're going to turn over. So you're in a cat dog stretch position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You're going to hover your knees, round out your back, then hover your knees in the air. I want you to do a shoulder tap, then extend your legs, shoulder tap, bring your feet back in, shoulder tap, extend the legs, and you're tapping the opposite shoulder.
So am I taking my legs out?
Yeah, so you're going from a bear plank to a high plank. You're doing an alternating shoulder tap in the bear plank, and then when you're in the high plank, you're doing another alternating shoulder tap. So you're just using your core ever so slightly differently. Good. Make sure those hips are level with your shoulders when you're in that high plank. Also when you're in the bear plank, so those are just hovering. Perfect. You're here for another 25 seconds. If you do need to rest within this time, take the rest. Perfect. So we've got those arms warming up, specifically the shoulders, the triceps, your chest. The core is still firing, but now in a more holistic way, so the whole body gets involved. Got 5 seconds. Tap, tap. Extend those legs. Tap, tap. Let's go for one more. And then you're going to rest in child's pose. Completely relax for a few seconds. And we're going to take a stretch here as well. So I want you to have your knees apart, your feet together. So you create...
How are you lying? I can't see you.
So my knees are apart like this, my hips are pushed back, and I'm reaching my arms forwards in a child's pose. Then I want you to walk your hands over to the left. You're going to push your right shoulder down towards the ground. Place your left hand on top of your right, and so that can anchor you down to pull into the right side of your body, so you get in some lateral flexion there. And then you're going to walk your hands over to the right. Push your left hand down onto the ground, place your right hand over the left, and pull into the left side of your body, so you get a nice stretch through that left side, specifically underneath the armpit area. Back to the center, deep breath in, and then exhale, slowly begin to stack up. Roll those shoulders back, and I want you to interlink your fingers behind your back. So you're interlinking your fingers, so you can squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then you're going to have a look up towards the left corner of the room to stretch out the front of the neck. And then you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. Good. Back to the center. Roll those shoulders back a couple of times. And then come up onto your feet. So we're going to get into the dynamic lizard with a plank walkout. Just still firing up the body, but now we're going to fire up the legs a little bit with this one. So rolling down, walking your hands out into that high plank. So you're going to stretch through the back of the legs. Right foot forwards, big reach. But then I want you to come into a lunge hold. Then place the hand back down, send the foot back. Left foot forward, so you reach your left arm up to the sky. Bring that, lift your chest a little bit. You're going to come into a lunge hold. Then hand down, foot back, walk your hands back to your feet, big reach up to the sky. That's it, rolling down. Then you're going to hold that lunge position, so you're firing up the leg muscles. And then you switch. So try to come into that lunge hold now. So you lift your body weight off your upper body weight off the floor, and you go into that lunge hold. So after
lunge hold, so I put my leg forward like I was doing.
With your leg forward.
That's
so
like
you reach. You can't do it.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then come to the center and bring your left hand off the mat as well. So you're balancing on that right foot. So that you're
I'm doing that.
But with your hands forwards like this, so you come into a lunge. So you reach, come to the center, lift the chest a little bit, hands away from the ground. And then place your left hand back down, come back into that lizard. It might be because it is quite a big range of movement, and we haven't done it for a little while. Then place that hand down, and then you switch sides, you reach, lift that upper body, Just so for a split second, you're contracting your leg muscles. Good, and then back down, hands back down on the ground. Then send that foot back, that left foot back, and you can walk your hands back to your feet now. And go for a big reach up to the sky. Have a stretch. You're going to do that one more time. So you roll down, walk your hands out into your high plank. Bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Back to the center, lift. You can keep your hands either side of your foot. Lift your chest, lift your hands. So you're in a lunge, a deep lunge. Perfect. Now place your hands back down on the mat or on the ground. Send your right foot back. Bring your left foot forward. We do the same on the left side. Big reach with that left arm up. Come to the center. Hands either side of that foot. Lift your chest just for a second. Perfect. Hands down. Left foot back into high, so you're in high plank. Walk your hands back to your feet. Roll up. Big stretch up towards the sky. Okay, so that's warmed up the lower body, and now the upper body is fully warmed up, and you're going to grab some books or some weights. So some books or some weights, and we're going to go into the first exercise. So with this one, you're going to step from a curtsy lunge into a side lunge. So you're going to bring your right foot behind your left, come into a curtsy, and then step out into a side lunge. So you go curtsy, side lunge. And it's quite a fast transition. Make sure that the left toes are turned directly forwards. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So just a breath.
Am I just going to one side?
You're just going to one side. That's it. So you're getting, so what it is, it's going from a curtsy lunge tree and then into a side lunge. So you're going to lean over to your right side, push the hips back. Left leg is straight, right leg is bent. And then you step in, come into your curtsy lunge. And then step out. So it requires a bit of muscle control. You're working the hip stabilizers, the ankle stabilizers. And it starts to raise the heart rate a little bit because it's quite a fast-paced movement. Good. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you're really shooting those hips back. Getting low. Hips back. Nice. You've got another 3, 2, 1 more. I want you to hold the side lunge. You're going to hold the side lunge. Good. Come back to center, then back into the side lunge. 5 times. Good. Go for 4. Inhale, exhale, lift. 3. So now we're really working the outer thigh area. 2. Last one. Back to the center. Step in, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other leg now. So, stepping out, keeping your right foot forward so it's parallel, left foot behind and diagonally across. Then you step into the side lunge. Curtsy, side lunge. Make sure those feet stay parallel. So even when you're in the side lunge, your toes are turned forwards. They're not turning out to the side because that's what's going to work this outer thigh area a lot more. Really pushing those hips back. Good, you're over halfway through this one, and then we're going into that static side lunge. Nice, going for another 3. Go for 2. And last one, you're going to hold that side lunge. Oh, Trinny, I think I've just realised that you've done the same.
I haven't done the same one. I'm doing opposite of you.
Oh, okay, right. So let's go into that static side lunge. You're going to lower and lift 5 times. 4. 3. Good. Go for 2. And last one. Good, step in. The book can go down, or the weight can go down somewhere. And we're going to work the upper body. So for this one, you're going to do 6 mountain climbers to 1 push-up. So you can either do these jogging mountain climbers, so nice and fast like this, or take it easy. The choice is yours. Still a tough exercise. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can come down to your knees, 1 push-up, lift the knees, and then back to the 6 mountain climbers. Okay, so it's really tough on the upper body, also gets that core firing. Okay, are you ready? You've got 60 seconds of this. So you're going to roll down, walk those hands out into the high plank. Then do 6 mountain climbers. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can place the knees down, lower into your push-up, press, lift the knees, 6 mountain climbers. And you'll soon really start to feel the backs of the arms. It's really fantastic for triceps. Trinny, do you want to put the mat underneath your knees for the push-ups? That's it. And you can just take your time with the mountain climbers. If you do want to go a little, add in a bit more cardio, you can jump with the mountain climbers. That's it, perfect. You are over halfway through. And press, fantastic. Lift those knees. 3, 2, 1, and push up. Inhale, lower, exhale, press. Nice, 15 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and push up. Really fantastic exercise. You're going to feel that upper body fatiguing quite quickly. This is your last one. You lower, press, and rest for a second. That was your last one. Okay, then you can come up onto your feet when you're ready. Grab a sip of water. Stay hydrated.
I'm just going to get some water.
Okay, get some water. Stay hydrated. If you've got a band at home, a long band, then you can use it to stretch out your chest by holding it in front, or even a dressing gown belt. And if you've been following so well, then you may have seen us do this before. You pull it up and over your head, but it's really important to try and keep the hips tucked in when you do this, and the ribs, prevent the ribs from flaring. Deep breath in, and then exhale, bring those arms behind the head, and you get a really nice stretch through the chest. And then you activate the back as well, if it's done correctly. If you have hypermobile shoulders, you need to be careful when you do this one. Bring those arms back up and over. And then we're ready to go into round 2 of this exercise. So to grab your weight or your book. And we're going to go into that curtsy lunge to side lunge. Okay. Now let's go. You can hold the weight in front of the chest. So that's it. Obviously, the faster you go with this one, the more that heart rate is going to raise. If your weights are quite heavy, you're really going to feel this in more of a strength capacity. You're going to feel those muscles fatiguing quite quickly. Good. Inhale, exhale. And I like this one, it's a nice fluid movement.
Yeah, it feels good.
You're working lots of muscles. Shoulders are set back, you're working the biceps isometrically. Good. Going for another. 3, 2. One more. Come into standing, hips tucked in, then back into that side lunge for 5 side lunges. Static side lunge, 5, good. Go for 4, 3, inhale down, exhale up, 2, last 1, and step in. Let's do the same on the other side. So you curtsy, side lunge, curtsy, side lunge. Really shooting the hips back when you side lunge. And when you're in the curtsy, you want to make sure that you're not leaning, tilting forwards too much. You're in a slightly more upright position. 45 seconds altogether. Coming up to halfway. Inhale, exhale to push out. Perfect. Quick check to make sure those shoulders aren't beginning to round forwards. Going for another 3. Good, 2. And last 1. Hold it. You're going to come into that static side lunge now. 5. Lift. 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, drive up. 3. 2. Last 1. Step in. Put the book down. Now we're going to go into that tough exercise, which is the mountain climber with a push-up. So 6 mountain climbers, 1 push-up for 60 seconds. So high plank to initiate, up and back lifted. You go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the knees down. Push. Lift the knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds in, 40 seconds to go. Good. Halfway through. Doing really well, Trinny. Make sure those shoulders are set down. You're engaging those lats as you come into that push. That's it. You can do it, Trinny. This is a really tough exercise. I struggle with this one. Good. Getting a rest after this for a whole 60 seconds. 10 seconds to go. You can do it. You've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay. Having a rest. And then when you're ready, you slowly come up onto your feet. Have some water. We've got 60 seconds of recovery, and then we're going into a new round of exercises. Going to be focusing on the glutes a little more. Okay, so another few seconds of rest, enough time for everyone to grab some water. If you haven't got a band. Oh, I need to send you the link to the band so you can get some.
Yeah, I'll see what I've got.
We'll just
Yeah, I've got this and a broken one.
And a broken one. Okay, so let's use that small band then. So that little band. If you don't have a band, don't worry. You can still do this exercise. You're going to put it on just above your knees. And then you're going to lie on your right side, knees bent, and rest on your arm. And try and keep that torso lifted, the upper body lifted. So you're lying on your side and you're keeping that upper body slightly lifted so the obliques stay switched on. You're going to lift.
So am I holding up on my elbow, Nathalie?
Yes, on your elbow like this, as if you're just lying down.
Oh, but you've got your head down, but you're putting your elbow on your head.
Exactly, just
Okay.
like this. So you're lying down on it, just to keep your head lifted. You're going to lift your feet. Keep your heels together. You're going to come into clamshells with the band, which is really tough. You exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Keep that upper body lifted as well, so you're getting that cinching in of the waist. And you'll start to really feel the glutes working here, that glute medius. If you haven't got a band, it's still going to be an effective exercise. It's just slightly more gentle. Good. How heavy is that band, Trinny?
It's good. I'm feeling
Good.
it.
Perfect.
And it doesn't wrinkle, which I love.
Oh, it's a fabric one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, the fabric ones are really good. Going to bring your knees slightly closer to your torso. That's it. Keep going. You're here for another 3, 2. Lift and hold that knee up. Little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. You're going to lie on your back, and we're going to continue to work that side, but this time in a glute bridge. So you keep your hands down, shoulders down, both of your heels are down, balancing on your heels, toes are up. You're going to lift your hips up into the air, and I want you to lift your right leg towards you. You roll down, then tuck in and lift up, really squeezing the back of that left leg. Inhale, lower, exhale, you're going to lift. Lower and lift. And because you've got that band on, of course, it is much more challenging for the glute maximus, that big gluteal at the back, as well as those hamstrings, these muscles on the back of the leg here. Good, so we've worked the front of the leg, and now we're working the back of the leg, so it's a nice balanced exercise program. If you can, turn the toes up on that left foot, so you're that's it. And then you'll get a little bit more work through the back of the leg. Lift and hold your next one, 10 pulses up. Go for 10, little pulses, 9, 8, really squeezing as much as you can, 4, 3, 2, 1, roll down. Good, feeling it?
Yeah, I'm really feeling it. Everyone's feeling it? Feel it?
Who's feeling it? Send us the parts of feeling it. You're going to turn onto your left side now, so you're on your hand like this. You can have your other hand on your hip if you want to, but make sure you're actively lifting the waistline. Sometimes I like to do this so I can really feel that contraction. You're going to have your knees bent in that clamshell, feet lifted, and you start to lift and lower your right knee. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So it's a nice controlled movement. Don't just see if you can do it as fast as you can, because it's highly likely that you're not really paying attention to the correct muscles. So you want to focus on working the correct muscles. Good. So it's controlled. There we go. Inhale, exhale. Focus on that lift with the out breath. That's it. Halfway through this one, and it might feel more challenging on this side because you are already working it to stabilize. My mum's just said that she's feeling it. She's doing the exercises with us.
Are we feeling? Your daughter is putting us through torture.
Lift and hold that knee up. Little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Lie down on your back. Let's isolate the back of that right leg now. Heels down, you're going to balance on first of all, lift your hips up, both of your heels down on the ground. Lift your left leg towards you. Good. Roll down and roll all the way back up again. If you can, you balance on the right heel. The toes are lifted just to get a little extra activation. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Work with the breath. Halfway through. Good. Going for another 3. And then we're into the pulses. In 2. Lift and hold. 10 pulses up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. You can give those knees a big hug. Rock from side to side. And I'm afraid it's not over yet, Trinny. The band is going to come off though. We're going to go into a donkey kick variation. So we're just working on sort of isolating these muscle groups. We're going to start off on the right side. So your right forearm is down. So we're going to start off in a cat dog position. Then you're going to place your right forearm on the ground, but your forearm is going to be, your fingertips are going to be pointing forward. So it's rather than you being like this and then coming onto your forearms, you're turning your arms so your fingertips are turned towards the camera. That's it, perfect. Then you're going to lift your left leg up towards the sky, straighten the leg and bring it around so you come into a little circle. Then again you lift, straighten, bring it around. Lift, straighten, bring it around, start to bend the knee. And as a bonus here, you're getting in some hip mobility. And I'm already feeling this. Push that footprint up, extend the leg, bring that leg out to the side, bring it in, and then lift. So there's a few movements, but this is good for the brain. It's brain training as well as body training as well. Lift that footprint up, squeeze the glute max, straighten the leg, keep the leg straight for as long as possible. You bring it out to the side, then start to bend it as the leg comes down, and again you lift. You're here for another 2 repetitions. So let's go lift, extend, bring it out to the side, round, lift, extend, bring it out to the side. Now you're going to go for little lifts out to the side. Fire hydrant, this is called. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, really feeling this, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest for a second. You're going to do the same on the other side. This side will fatigue a little more quickly because you're already using that glute medius on the other side. So left forearm is down on the ground. You can start off in that cat-dog position. Fingertips turned towards the phone. And then you're going to lift that right footprint to the sky. Squeeze the glute maximus. Extend the leg, point the toes. Bring that leg out to the side. Bring that knee down. Lift, extend. Bring it out to the side, bending the knee. And again, lift, extend. And here you're also working the core, you're working the side of the stomach. And you're working the arm a little bit too. So this is more of a Pilates exercise now. Lifting that footprint, fine-tuning the body, fine-tuning those little stabilizing muscles. You've got another 2 reps, and then that little hold. Last one, and we're coming into the fire hydrant. So bring that knee down, you're going to lift and lower it 10 times. So that leg is bent, just comes out to the side, Trinny, as if you're a dog peeing up against a tree, this one. That's it, 10, 9, keeping the knee bent, 8, 7, 6, 5, lifting that leg out to the side, 3, 2, lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, really burning here, good, 5, 4, 3, keep squeezing, 1, and rest. Oh my goodness, if your glutes don't feel that, then they are really made of something else. Okay, so resting in child's pose for a few seconds, because sometimes glute work can go into the lower back a little bit, because those muscles sometimes take over. So resting in child's pose, and then we're going to go into back exercises. So we're going to round into a cat-dog stretch. We're just going to go into a quick cat-dog stretch. Flex your spine and extend. Inhale, flex. Exhale, extend, drawing the shoulders down. Come to your neutral spine. From there, you're going to lie on your stomach on the mat. And I want you to come into a T-shape with your arms. We're going to work the mid to lower trapezius. So the arms are in a T-shape. You're going to lift and lower 10 times. Squeeze the glutes. Set the shoulders back. So you're lifting the thumbs up towards the sky, so you're outwardly rotating the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together every time you lift. And there's a small hold. So you lift and hold for 2 seconds. So Trinny, your arms are straight with this one. So you are a human T. You are a T shape. That's it. Thumbs turned up to the sky, so you're outwardly rotating the shoulder. Perfect. And then you lower back down. Lift and hold for 2 seconds. Really fantastic for the posture, this one. Good. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Shoulders set down. And again, lower. Perfect. We're coming into a hold soon. You've got another 4 repetitions. Lifting, good. Really pulling back. This should not be an easy exercise. If you really work here, if you're focusing on the targeted, or the muscles that you're trying to target, those mid-back muscles and the back of the shoulder and your posture, it is a difficult exercise. I want you to lift and hold your next one for 10 seconds. Keep those arms straight, keep the shoulders down away from your ears. Really pull those arms towards the sky, squeeze your butt. 3, 2, 1, rest. Rest in your child's pose for a couple of seconds. Okay, we're going to go into mermaid after this. Classic Pilates exercise, really great for moving your spine in all the different directions and getting in a little bit of hip mobility as well. So you can start off just sat on your knees and then you slide your hips off to the left. Then bring your legs out so the inside of your left foot is turned up to the sky and the outside of your right foot is turned up to the sky. Arms are nice and wide. Take a deep breath in, reach your right arm up, place your left forearm on the ground.
Sorry, I can't see. Are you going towards your legs that are turned out or not? Because
Yes, so as you are is perfect, Trinny. So you're just going to place,
I'm going this way?
You're going that way. So is that hand that you've got down the ground, is that your right hand?
No, it's my left hand.
That's your left, yeah. So you're putting your left forearm down and then you're going to reach under your left armpit. Okay? So arms are wide, deep breath in. You reach, place your left forearm down and exhale, reach under that left arm. Back to the center, deep breath in. Exhale, push yourself up and reach over to the right. Making sure you're not just collapsing into the side, you're lifting and then leaning. Inhale. And exhale, reach under, rotating that body. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, push up and over. And again, deep breath in, big reach, exhale, reach under. If it feels good to hold the stretch in this position, hold it for a few seconds. This is your exercise and you do what feels good for your body. Good. We're going to go into one more on this side. Reaching under. Back to the center and reach up and over. Now you're going to take your wrist and gently pull. So you're really encouraging a bigger stretch. Keep the hips tucked in slightly and you can lean toward, rotate your body slightly towards your right knee. Back to the center, hands behind your back. You're going to bring those legs out, switch them around. So now the inside of your right ankle is now turned up to the sky, and the outside of your left. Arms are wide. Deep breath in. Start to lean over to the right, place the forearm down. Exhale, reach underneath your right arm. Rotate. Push your left shoulder down towards the ground. And it's when you do this exercise, you notice if your back's feeling a little tight anywhere, or especially those muscles surrounding your spine. Deep breath in, and reaching up and under. You've got one more. Good. Arms are wide, shoulders are down. Reach. Back to the center, and you're going to hold this stretch. You can take hold of your wrist. Pull into a deeper stretch. And come back to the center. Place your hands behind you. Bring your legs out in front of you. And we're going to go into what is called windscreen wipers. So you can assess and work on the mobility of your hips. So you'll bring the knees to one side and then to the other side. Trying not to lift your sit bones off the mat, which is really difficult.
Which are your sit bones?
So in the centre of each butt cheek, really. So you want to keep your hips heavy on the mat. Okay, come back to the centre, Trinny. It is time to stretch.
Great.
Okay, you're going to lie down on your back. You can actually use your small band to stretch if you want to. You can put it over your foot, hold on to it, and just, it's going to help, it's going to just assist you in that stretch. Take a deep breath in, bend your knee, and exhale, extend the leg. So we actually ended up starting off with a tougher ab routine. Then there was some cardio and more strength kind of in the middle. Then
I like that.
The glutes. Worked the back. Sorry, Trinny?
I liked the pace today because I've got a bit of a chest, you know, like I always get it this time of year.
Yeah.
And so it gets me a bit out of breath.
Yeah.
So it's good we got the cardio out of the way because I think if I'd done it at the end, I would have been too tired.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So
and it was
cardio when I have the most energy.
I thought your energy levels were pretty good today. The mountain climber with the push-up is really difficult.
Yeah.
How's Lila's foot?
It's okay. She's got gallstop something.
Oh, okay. How's
I can't remember it, but it might be aspirated, but I hope it won't have to be.
right?
But it's called something like gangrene, but it's not. Garston. It's gone. The name's gone. I got too much in my head.
Yeah. Well, as long as she's getting
But
better.
she's good. We had MRIs and X-rays and everything, but she's fine.
Okay. Right, you're going to bend and extend that leg.
Are we doing the other leg now?
You're going to, yes, sorry, you're going to switch to the other side, put the foot in the band, and then you bend and extend that leg. Deep breath in to bend, and then exhale to extend. If you don't have a band at home and you want to do this, you're working your flexibility, you can put a towel around your foot. Just roll up or fold up a towel, roll up a towel, and hook it around your foot. Or you can use a belt, or your dressing gown belt, or tea towel, anything really. Extend and hold. See if you can pull the legs slightly across the body, keeping the band in your right hand. And this is going to get the lateral aspect of the hamstrings. So I was reading a study about people that exercise and your gut microbiome.
Yeah.
And they did a study with two groups. So they got people to same diet. They didn't change their diet at all. They had to eat exactly the same foods. The one group had to exercise 3 times a week, and the other group did no exercise. And then they took stool samples, obviously, before and after. And the people that exercised 3 times a week improved the quantity of their gut microbiota, and especially something called butyrate. And butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid produced by gut bacteria, which is generally found in lean people, and it's needed to repair the cells in your gut lining. And gut microbiota produce this. So exercise.
So exercise stimulates the healing of the gut biome.
Exactly, and you produce so much serotonin, endorphins. So your immune system is much better as a byproduct as well.
It's good to remember all these things when we might just be thinking we're doing it for body shape.
Exactly. So you have to
Mm.
get down to the rather than the aesthetic, but the inside, what it's doing to your insides. You're going to place that band down now. Bring your elbows to the insides of your knees, hands on the outside of your feet. And you're going to bring your legs out to the side a little bit to come into the happy baby pose to release your back. And take in some nice deep breaths. If you're feeling flexible today, you can try extending one leg and then the other leg. And that, again, is going to get the outside of the hamstrings and your calves as well. So you can straighten your legs. And come back to the center. You're going to turn, you're going to cross your left leg over your right leg. Lift your legs a little, bring your arms into a 90-degree position. Lower your legs to the right and look to your left. Then you can place your right hand on top of your left knee. And taking some really deep breaths now. Come back to the center on your next out breath. Uncross your legs. Cross your right leg all the way over your left leg. Lift your legs towards your torso. Lower them to the left and look to your right. Placing your left hand on top of your right knee. Take a deep breath in as you exhale, come to the center. Uncross your leg. And then you're going to have a big stretch, and we take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the arms down, bend your knees, turn over onto your side to push yourself up without straining your neck. And we're going to go into a hip flexor stretch. Bring your right foot forwards, your left knee stays down on your mat, or your cushion, your hips are tucked. Reach your left arm up to the sky, deep breath in, and exhale, lean over to the right. Holding here for another 5. 2, 1, back to the center. Right knee down, left foot forwards, hips tucked, so you'll bring that pelvis under. You're going to reach your right arm and lean to the left. Nice deep breaths. Holding for another 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. You can frame your left foot to step forwards. Then you're going to hang. Just let that upper body hang. You're going to let your neck decompress a little bit. In fact, take your hands, interlinking your fingers behind your head, and very gently pull your chin towards your chest. Then let those arms hang in a rock from side to side. Stop in the center, shrug off those shoulders, shake off your head, take a deep breath in as you exhale, very slowly begin to stack up. Rise, bring your arms up towards the sky, then you're going to bring this up onto your toes, you're going to rise up onto your toes, bring the elbows down like this, so your palms are turned down, set the shoulders down, set your posture, chin tucked in, hips tucked, and you're ready for Friday.
We're ready, rock and roll. Darling, thank you, that was fab.